From floods in South Africa and droughts in East Africa, the impact of climate change can no longer be ignored. Africans and global citizens around the world are doing their part, sharing their stories and taking action. For us to take action against climate change, we must also address energy poverty, because there can be no development without access to energy. Energy is a fundamental right. In South Africa, millions do not have access to reliable energy, and President Ramaphosa and his cabinet have held the voice at this urgent need. That is why investing in renewable and reliable energy capacity is a top priority. Today, we can underline our firm commitment to transition 18 gigawatts of coal capacity by 2035 towards renewable beginning early in 2023. By early next year, we have a plan to incrementally transition coal capacity with renewable energy. We also commit to accessible and accelerate replacement to renewables, decommissioning 50% over the next 5 years. In the next 6 months, we will bring another 150 megawatts of solar PV and battery storage to a financial close. African businesses and governments are willing to stand up, but we need partnerships for new and just energy transition that leaves no one behind. If you can do this right, the shift to clear energy future could provide additional 160,000 jobs across South Africa alone. We call on industrialized countries to meet the promise to provide 100 billion US dollars annually by the end of this year, and to invest heavily in renewable energy in the African continent. We call on the development banks, especially the World Bank, to acknowledge that the climate crisis is happening now and must make funding available on affordable terms. Now is the time to move beyond the climate wars of the past. Now is the time to harness the energy of young people to bring their creativity, to bring their optimism to the world of climate justice. The time for action is now.
I urge all African leaders to invest in clean, renewable energies that will directly benefit people across the continent without damaging their health. At a time when many countries are pivoting away from fossil fuels, the African Union is considering a common position on energy access and transition, which, if adopted, will have no impact on renewable energy access, but instead will represent the interests of the fossil fuel industry. Right now, over 200 African civil society organizations across the continent have joined hands to make sure that doesn't happen. And we need you all to join our Don't Gas Africa campaign to ensure we send a powerful message to our African leaders. Help us call African leaders to reject this proposal and prioritize evidence-based policies around a just transition to renewable energy. The time for an energy system that is clean and democratic is now.